So if you guys haven't been following up with the essay, this is a very important essay. Whaling has made me value the pools less. Do you guys agree or not? Before we talk about the essay, do you guys agree or not? Whaling has made you pool less. So if you have too much money, you value the pools less. Logic, right? I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. So if you spend too much money, you tend to, each pool is less valuable to you. Isn't that with everything? I think so. I think that's with everything. It applies to everything. If you buy the best, the latest and the greatest iPhone, you're going to value the cheapest iPhone less. Okay, right before Honkai Star Rail shop reset, I bought the top-up bonus. He actually got it. He got the top-up bonus. I reasoned to because I really wanted one character's powerful Eidolons and his weapon. Okay, we need to try to guess who this is. First of all, it's a his. That means it's a dude. Second of all, it's either Jingyuan. Wait, is it Jingyuan? Whose banner is it? He is my favorite character in the game. I already had one copy of him. Let me try and guess, okay? Let me try and guess. So if I have to guess, it's Jingyuan. It has to make sense, right? He's wailing for... It's a he. It can't be Sparkle. So it has to be Jingyuan. So what is Jingyuan's... Could be Luocha? Okay, let's look at... He's talking about Eidolon 1. Eidolon 1. Lightning Lord attacks, damage multiplier of enemies to the target increased by an extra amount equal to 25%. Okay. Okay. I lost sight of my original reason for playing the game. To collect characters, not for power. Okay. But for how much I enjoy them. So he lost sight of the original reason of him playing the game. And a lot of people play gacha games to collect characters, not to destroy other people in PvP. But PvP is there. There's no PvP in Honkai Star Rail, but he just want to compete. I don't know who is he competing against, but he just want to compete. So he's there for the power now. Power blinds you. Okay? This happens every time. This happens every time. Now it's no longer a question of if I can get the character, but how much am I willing to spend? Yeah. I think this is actually true. So it's not just about spending money to get a character. It's not about, do I get this character or do I not get this character? It's about, I'm going to get this character for sure. How many Eidolons? How many E6? How many Litecoin do I get? This is a whale mindset. Free-to-play mindset is like, oh man, 50-50, can I get this? Can I not get this? Whale mindset is, should I E6 or should I E5? Should I E6 superimpose 5? Should I E4 superimpose 4? Right? Mindset different. Mindset change. Alright? It's always going to be different. The risk incentive is gone. The thrill of winning. The pain of losing. The journey towards more currency means less, because if it comes down to it, I can always swipe. Setting the precedent has ruined it for me, and I wish I never did. So I've made my mistake, and I'll go to bed with it. Moving forward, I won't have enough pulls to last past the next character. So the ones after are left to fate, and putting it in the elbow grease. I'm looking forward to having stakes again. So the whole point he plays gacha games or Honkai Star Rail is to have stakes. He wants gamble. He wants 50-50. He never wanted to get the character. It wasn't meant about, I want to pull this character or not. It's the thrill of gambling. So different mindset, okay? This is how you do it and how people approach gacha games. Swiping and still not enough pulls? Wait, what do you mean? How do you know which package he got? You don't even know, right? He didn't say. But anyways, running a free-to-play side-by-side kind of does give both. Yeah, but not everybody plays. You're talking about both accounts, is it? Not everybody wants to play both accounts. But yeah, I can see from his perspective. This is a different perspective to have, for sure. So let's see. Usually when you have to publicly announce that you learned your lesson, it means you didn't. This reminds me when I used to have Facebook and some people would make long posts about how they were deleting their Facebook, only for them to come back a week later. LOL! Wait, so this guy never learned a lesson. He's here to write this essay, but it's not about learning a lesson. He just wants validation. He just wants people to validate his opinion. So next week he's gonna swipe again. Ah. So when will he learn his lesson, guys? If by writing an essay you can't learn your lesson, when will you learn your lesson? It's not like he spent a lot because he emphasized that he could easily swipe and get characters. He even said fair point, he agreed. Even he agreed that he didn't learn his lesson. When he's broke, so he will only learn his lesson when he's broke and he go bankrupt and jobless and homeless. Otherwise he will never learn his lesson. Is that what you guys are saying? That people that make posts like this and write essays like this, they will never learn their lesson. Unless something bad really happens to them. But I don't really wish that upon anyone though, right? But it's just, how do you learn your lesson, right? Because like, if it takes extremes for you to learn your lesson, to go homeless, jobless, I don't think that's a good lesson though. You know? Nobody wants to be in that position. Like, you know, if you have to like credit card and owe the bank like 20,000. I realized that my first $100 I put into my first gacha game. The other $600 that I spent after was FOMO. Okay? This is very, very interesting. FOMO. That's an interesting insight, as I've never will before. Indeed, if you can swipe comfortably, why go the effort of saving and planning on who to pull and who not to pull? Why grind for resources? I can get this character, it's time to swipe. That's content creator worthy and a different kind of enjoyment. I'm sincerely jealous. Jealous, okay? Manipulated by FOMO. It's not safe to just swipe and get characters in the game, but he makes it sound easy. Maybe he's maybe he is a CEO of a company, you never knows. I remember in 2013, the real money action house in Diablo 3 was closed because people realized that there's no point in playing the game when you can just buy everything. Damn. 10 years later, just buy everything is a norm. Not only in gacha but in games like FIFA and Fortnite. The mentality of the entire consumer base for video games has somehow changed completely within a decade. It's like normalized now, is it? It's extremely normalized. It's no longer a thing. FOMO destroying people's life. Yep. Exactly as the developer intends it. So win-win. Developer gets more money, players get to enjoy more things. I'm comfortable spending money on the game, but not enough to really be called a whale. If I want a character and fail to get them, I will absolutely just buy jits and do so. But I also don't pull for characters I don't want to reduce the overall amount I need to spend. There's still a risk or reward because I'm hoping for good luck to save myself the expenses. I enjoy the game for being able to play with the characters I like, so I'm not gonna miss out on them if it's in my power to get them. Yeah, I can see his perspective. Yeah, if you want to spend, go ahead. If you think that... I do think that my perspective is somewhat the same. If you think that you pulling a character is gonna make you enjoy the game more, and you're gonna enjoy the game more if you have the character, by all means, right? By all means. Like, for example, Acheron that's coming soon, she does seem to have quality of life built into her. So, by all means, just get her, alright? Make your simulated universe easier, make your grinding easier. I think it's always, you know, if you have that perspective, I don't think it's that bad if you want to spend a little bit, right? You all just fell for all the tricks laid out by gacha games. Pulling is strategy game. If the monetization value is fair, then you can have a great experience just by spending small amount monthly. $5 to $15 roughly, and strategize your pulls accordingly. Somewhat a different perspective. This is a big reason why I like the gacha model. It adds an element of strategy, since you have to plan out which characters to get. But luck also makes things unpredictable. Whaling would take away all the fun. So he basically enjoys gambling is what he's trying to say. I mean strategy and gambling. Strategy in gambling. Yeah, some people actually enjoys that. I can see the perspective for sure. Imagine having to spend to get the characters. But for this guy, he's not trying to spend to get the characters. For this particular, you know, the writer of the essay, he said he's just trying to get eidolons, and at that point it's like whale level, right? Eidolon, dupes, or weapons at that point. So those are going to be different. Those are going to be different. The guy thinks he's a whale for buying one pack. He didn't really say one pack, so there's that. The PT system having a guarantee actually creates a tangible goal for both whales and free to play. Without guarantee, I wouldn't have whale in the first place for a chance. So the experience is worse without PT. In my personal experience, I think PT creates a better long-term goal for free to play. Even if you lose 50-50 on one banner, you can get the next one. Without it, for most spenders, there wouldn't be a reason to spend so riskily. However, for the mega whales who would spend regardless, their experience will remain largely the same in my opinion. Yes, and that's how they get you. 50-50. That's how they get you. 50-50. Best system. 50-50.